The BJP has got the maximum wards in the Bengluru city corporation elections. The BJP had a majority in the last corporation as well. Just looking at the wards that have been declared now, the BJP has got 100 as compared to 111 that it had in 2010. The Congess 76. It's got 10 more than last time. The JDS 14 as compared to 15 last time, and the others have 8. That's up by 2 from the last corporation results.
Celebrations in progress by BJP supporters near a counting centre. The party was, of course, in majority in the last corporation. They had the majority there. They called the shots there in a state which is ruled by the Congress, and they are celebrating. They're celebrating the success in this corporation polls as well. The BJP holding on to that lead, holding on to that edge in the city corporation. But beyond politics, the city, of course, has been facing a huge number of civic problems, from garbage to bad roads to traffic to dirty lakes, polluted drinking water, lots of issues. So beyond the politics, the party in command really needs to get down, to buckle down and do some work to make the lives of citizens easier. The Congress state government saying they could do nothing for the city really because the BJP was in charge of the BJP saying they're in a Congress and state ruled by the Congress. But this is not enough. Politics, of course, has to be transcended for the people of Bengaluru to actually get the benefit of a corporation that works on their behalf. With DM Kumar, Maya Sharma in Bengluru for NDTV.
Rajasthan MP and Congress spokesperson Rajiv Gowda are joining us on the phone line. Mr. Gowda, disappointing for you that the BJP has managed to retain the corporation awards in terms of the numbers?
Absolutely. It is it's really very, very difficult to explain. The BJP ran the state government, the city government, for the last few years and ran the city to the ground. And, we were expecting that the people would turf them out in a very, very significant way. And, the initial analysis suggests that there could have been some confusion that the voters have thought of state government versus the city government and not figured out who's running what. And regardless, it's a very disappointing verdict, and it just means that everyone here in the Congress has to pull up our socks and work doubly hard to make an impact and to earn the affection of the city's residents again.
Rajiv Gowda, Congress spokesperson and Rajya Sabha MP, reacting with disappointment on the BJP retaining the council elections results in Bengluru. In fact, Maya Sharma spoke to an ex-mayor, Nataraj, and his wife, who is a winning candidate.
A counting centre in South Bengluru. Of course, it is the day of the results of the BBMP elections. Less than 50% of the electorate turned out to vote in Saturday's voting, which is, of course, a little disappointing in a city which has so many civic problems. But candidates already being announced as winners. And from the BJP, we have Ms. Lakshmi Nataraj and her husband, former mayor Nataraj. So, ma'am, you've been elected from the BJP now. Yeah. What is your first priority? What is your focus now? First focus.
First of all, I want to thank all my voters of JP Nagar ward. Because they have worked so much for me that I can't expect, all the leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party, Vijay Kumar sir, Ashok
and
sir.
What is your first focus for your constituency? What is your first focus? What is most important to be dealt with?
The first thing, what problems they had told me when I went for asking for votes, they told me to trim the branches of the trees. That's the main problem in JP Nagar.
Now, 50% of the seats this time, of course, reserved for women. And there is a feeling that sometimes the husbands will be actually the ones who are dominating. Will that be the case in this?
ನಾವೇನಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
He is saying that he will only support her, that the actual work will be done by her, because ಕೆಲವು ಜನ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇದು ಬರೀ ನೇಮ್ಸೇಕ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ನಿಲ್ಸ್ಕೊತಾರೆ ಬರಾತರ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮ್ ನಾವು ಓಡಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು 2 ಸಾರಿ JP ನಗರ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರವನ್ನ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನ ಪರಿಚಯ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಓಡಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿತ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ.
So the former mayor is saying that sometimes he will need to travel around the area as he is known. he is known to the people there, but that the actual work will be done.